People here use GPS navigation or MapQuest now to get from one place to the other. I know I do. I want to tell you about a dream that I had recently. It was a hazy, strange dream, as they are. And I was in a sports car or a rocket ship or something, and the fog was going on, and all I could hear was that lady's voice talking to me, and it said, take a left at the next stop sign, and we're going to completely sweep both houses in Washington, D.C., and the president to the Democrat Party. And I was like, oh my. And I was going so fast that you could feel the G-forces. You could just feel the G-forces, and you're just there in this dream. And then the next thing it said, one more mile, take a left. So I took a left on that one more mile, and it said, take a left for redistribution of wealth. And I'm sitting there and I'm just going, oh, this is crazy. It's a crazy dream. And then it said, one block, take a left. One block, take a left. And I took the left on one block, and it said, pure socialism is what we're leading to. And finally, with all these G-forces and all this haze of a dream, I got my index finger and I barely could reach the red button on the GPS. And as soon as I punched that red button, I could hear the lady's voice. It was the most soothing thing I've ever heard in my life. And she said, recalculating route. And I want to tell you, we're going to recalculate the route of this state and this nation in this next U.S. Senate election. And finally, in that dream, I started taking control and so forth. And the lady's voice came on, and she said, 1 mile, take a right. And I took a right 1 mile, and it said, Tom Cox, we want you to rise up. We want you to rise up, and found the Arkansas Tea Party in Little Rock, Arkansas. And don't just do it anywhere. Do it at the front steps of the state capitol on April 15th. And I did that. I listened to that voice. And I got there, and I got back in the car, and the dream's still going on, and it said, 1 block, take a right. Took a right 1 block, said, Tom Cox, jobs are what's important to Arkansans and Americans. What we need to do is cut payroll taxes. We need to eliminate the death tax. We need to go back to the core principles of being a true Republican. And then the lady's voice came on, and it said, 1 more block, take a right. And I took a right and it said, we need to invoke a balanced budget amendment on your own campaign, Tom Cox. And I want to tell you right now, I've been at it for 6 months, and I owe $0 to anybody in my personal campaign. A good Republican knows how to pay their bills instead of putting off their bills and trying to brag about their checkbook when they've got a lot of debt. A good Republican pays their bills. And the lady's voice came back, and it said, Tom Cox, take a right at the next stop sign. So I took a right at the next stop sign, and it said, protect life at all stages, no matter what. And the last thing that she said was, take another right in 1 block. So I took another right in 1 block, and she said, Tom Cox, you have reached your destination. The beginning of the United States race in Arkansas, Senate race in Arkansas, starts on December 5th in Hot Springs, Arkansas, but the finished destination will be May 18th. I need your vote. My name is Tom Cox, and I am from Arkansas. I'm educated in Arkansas. I'm raising my family in Arkansas. I'm running a business in Arkansas, manufacturing boats in Arkansas for 50 years. Do you remember Sam Walton? In the early 80s, all the television shows all over the nation, he was preaching this one thing. I remember the commercials vividly. And Sam Walton would say, we need to return to Made in America. And he'd have these television commercials with a company in Alabama, Hoover, Alabama, making flannel shirts and so forth. Let me tell you, my dad started the company, and we have been building boats in North Little Rock, Arkansas for 50 years. It's coming March 7th, 1960. Not only made in America, but made in Arkansas. And that allows you to understand what it means to pay someone's payroll check. How much taxes are coming out of it. It's a hard thing to be a boss when you see the employee get their check and they have their take-home pay But when you are the boss and you're signing that check, you see how much is going to the federal government before they even go to the gas station and start paying taxes. It is crazy the amount of conservatives and Republicans that are in Washington, D.C. that claim to be Republicans, and they're not operating and managing the way Ronald Reagan told us to work. What we need to do is stand up together, just like this Tea Party movement is sweeping the nation. Stand up together, and together stop the crazy spending first and cut taxes. Stop the spending and cut taxes. I put my neck on the chopping block on June 15th, 60 days after we started the Tea Party. There was rumblings about trying to start a third party. And regardless of what happens to me, when I purposely announced because I have never been anything but a true Republican, and this whole movement should be in the Republican Party. Through grace, I know how to step across the aisle and stand for principles. Stand for the true principles, Christian Arkansas principles. And to do what's right. When I tell you something, it's going to be that's what I'm going to do. And I know how through grace to work with Democrats and conservative independents in this state and to bring them to our side without bashing them. We don't have to bash them. We need to love them like a Christian should. And love them and bring them into our fold, the right side fold. And we will take this U.S. Senate position with me at the helm and go to Washington, D.C. and change the 60 votes back towards the Republican side of the fence. My name is Tom Cox. I need your vote. Even if your friends volunteer or whatever, I see many stickers out there on your lapel. Today, you can make a statement with a private vote and vote for Tom Cox.